What is going on, guys, and welcome to HTML tutorial. In this video we're going to talk about another HTML form, which would be text area, and which could be used for, let's say, example, when you want your user to leave the comment. So within the form element, I'm going to write leave your comment here and put a colon, and I'm going to create a text area form, and the name for it is pretty self-explanatory, text area over here. And now you can see that over here I have a text area, right? Now again, we would use the attribute name, which we will just gonna right now I'm gonna write comment, but again, it's used when we're actually sending data. For now, it's just we're naming it so it's relevant to what type of text area we're creating. And another thing for text area is that we can actually control the height and the width of the text area with attributes. And the first attribute is going to be calls, and that actually controls the columns in a text area. So let's say if I want, like, let's say 10, or if I wanted 50 columns, you can see how my text area is changing. And I'm just going to leave it again at 10. And another thing, we can actually control rows. So I write rows over here, and I'm going to say that I want, I don't know, let's say again 10 rows, and you can see how my text area is changing. Now another thing about HTML forms, in this case, in the text area case, that as I'm writing over here, and let's say I'm just pressing enter and I'm going down, you can see how HTML is actually creating a scroll bar on the right hand side over here. So if I write in a text area, and if my comment, let's say, is really long, HTML is actually creating this neat little scroll bar that just helps the user to navigate. Now let's just recap little things from the previous video. Let's say if I would want just to type a username over here, username, and I would create over here a input form, and I would write that input form as type, and I'm just going to say text, and name, I'm going to say again username, and I'm going to close it out. And you can see right now that we have a normal username, and then we have a text area. And if we want to recap one more thing about the password, then we wrote a password over here, and we put a semicolon, and then we would again create a input, and this type, the type would be password. So it's going to be password, and the name again would be password also, just because it would relate to the actual element that we're creating. And now we have two things. We have username, we have password that we learned before, and we have the actual text area that we covered in this video. This is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.